we've done as M-Kopa is really M-Kopa evolved from the idea that you can mix mobile solutions together with a problem that existed. So in this case, the problem that existed is that there's lots of people without electricity. There were solar products in the market, but really they were beyond the reach of a lot of these people. So the innovation that was brought by M-Kopa is how about we put in some technology into the solar equipment so that it allows the users to pay slowly over time, and using mobile money as a platform in which they use to actually pay for their electricity. So it comes as a complete composite kit that includes not only just the power, the solar power and generation of that solar power, but also the services that come along with that. So typically we've grown over time from just a basic lighting concept, and a lot of it driven by customer feedback, where customers say, what more can I do with this? And I need to charge my phone, so can we charge my phone with this solar power that you've given us? Can I have a radio? Can I have TV? And so that's how it's evolved over time. Yeah. So much so to the point that if you look across the board now, almost the standard kit that comes to a lot of these home users includes lights, radio, torch, and phone charge. That is standard kit, and then now add-ons. So we have TVs, and we're moving on to other new innovations and trying to see what more we can do. At M-Kopa, we're currently looking at the solar fridges and seeing how can we incorporate that. So all our propositions being from a domestic front, but a lot of our customers have also used what we've put in their hands, and they said, okay, I can use this in my shop, so I can charge phones during the day, yes, and get people to pay me, so a new revenue income stream. I can use the TV and put it in my restaurant, in my hotel. I'll have more people coming in. So, you know, even when we launch the fridge, I know we're putting it to the customer as a domestic use, but I bet that, you know, they will use it in their little shops to keep soda and water, you know, cool, so that they can have more customers. True. So we start from one point, and then the customers make it, you know, work for them.
There's a certain secret sauce in the M-Kopa strategy, and it's very customer centric with regard to not only the products that you're providing, but of course costing and affordability, and opening up opportunities for entrepreneurship development. How do you get this mix right, especially ensuring that there's a loyalty base that continues to pay their tariffs at an appropriate rate?
Finding a sweet spot is obviously, you know, almost a balancing act, because what we've done over the years is that we've tried different things. We've tried to see, do we make the deposit higher, do we make the deposit lower? And the deposit is really the barrier to entry, as it were. It's what is skin in the game for a lot of customers. And then once they've paid that, they have a whole year to, you know, pay their balances. So it's been trying to find that sweet spot. Is it a lower deposit that brings in more customers? Will they manage to pay the balance? If it's too low a deposit, if it's too high a deposit, are we not going to have any customers? So it's things like that. So over time, we've experimented a lot and trying to see how long can a loan term be. Is a year too long? Is it too short? Can we make it longer? Can we make it shorter? So it's been a whole, you know, lot of experimentation. Yeah, but so far I think we found something that works, because we have customers who are willing and able to actually commit. And this is through, you know, different avenues. Some will save up once they understand the value proposition, they'll save up. Others will go, you know, and in Kenya we have this concept called chamas, where people come together and, you know, give money to everybody each round. Yes. So you on your round might say, on my round I'm going to pay a deposit on lighting, and so, you know, within the group everyone takes a round and pays the deposit. So they find a way of getting to that point.
Makes sense. Yeah. Whilst solar home solutions are clearly leading the charge, and as M-Kopa is doing, we also have the traditionalist systems of geothermal and the power generators who have been incumbents in the industry, and of course the development of renewable microgrid. How do we see more of a convergence among all these players, where everyone has a critical role to play, but of course working in symmetry and in synergy with each other?
I think the critical thing is to understand that there is need for an energy mix in all this. So there is a part and a role for everyone to play. Like I said earlier, we are targeting really the bottom of the pyramid by allowing them something that they can afford and they can pay slowly for over time. A lot of these others are probably available with you paying upfront for them, and so it allows the customer to probably graduate over time by starting somewhere and then getting onto these other energy or electricity sources. So there's a place and a role for everyone to play, because you can start at a home system. In fact, there's even the home system is even like a tier 2. There's a whole tier framework. It's a tier 2. There's actually a lower tier that's the lanterns, where it's just a single lantern, and that's enough to bring, electricity or at least some form of clean energy.
Yes.
We as M-Kopa don't do lanterns, but then there are people who do lanterns. So it provides, even at a lower level than where we are at, access to electrification that is not kerosene powered, that is not, dirty fumes, that is not poor, leading to poor eyesight and things like that, and chronic chest, and health conditions. So there are different places and roles for different people to play. And so with grid, and whether it's being powered by geothermal or hydro or whatever it might be, there's a role for them to play as well. And I'd dare say that I think that, it would be great for them to focus on the bigger industrial needs and less focus, well, of course this is, it's, looking at us and saying, yeah, maybe that will work for us, but they focus on huge industrial deployments, sure. And then the less economical value installations, like people in rural areas who are far off, those can be done by a different solution.